Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm here with a new video for you guys, and today we're doing a hair update. I think it was like either at the very end of May or at the very beginning of June when I restarted the growing out process of my buzz cut. So if you guys missed the video where I talked about how I was restarting the growing out process, I'll be sure to link it down in the description box below. We are now at 3 months into the growing out process. I put 3 in air quotes there because of the fact that we're at the end of August. I can't remember if I started the growing out process at the end of May or at the beginning of June. I'm thinking that it was the latter, so we're not technically at the 3-month exactly, but we're close enough, so I guess it works. As you guys can see, my hair is looking a little, well, crazy. We're gonna talk all about it, future plans, things like that, what I've been going through with dealing with my hair over these last few months of growing it out. So we're gonna talk about that stuff, but before we dive on into that stuff, if you guys are new here to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, and also while you're down there, definitely give this video a thumbs up because that'll help me out a lot. All my links are down in the description box below, and yeah, let's get talking about my hair. So as you guys can see, there has been quite a good bit of growth with my hair. But this growing out process though has been so far pretty easy, but I'm in the first awkward stage, and this first awkward stage is always really annoying, and that is the constant cowlicks. I thought that it was bad when I was originally trying to grow out my buzz cut like around this time last year, but this is on a completely different level. Actually, it wasn't around this point last year when I got hit with the cowlicks. It was later, towards the end of the year, when I initially tried growing out my buzz cut. Right now, the cowlicks are so bad. Like, this here is like the results of like bedhead and everything. I just cleaned it up a little bit by just like combing through my hair a little bit and trying to like smooth things down a bit, but as you can still kind of see just by me turning my head ever so slightly, it's still a mess. Like, if I give you guys like a 360, you can just see how ridiculous it can be. Just think, it was a lot worse before I combed my hair out this morning. So yeah, and when I say this morning, I mean like about maybe like 10 or 15 minutes ago before I started filming. My hair only looks good after it is like washed. Like, that is the time that it looks its best, its most well kept and everything, is after it's been washed and everything. So like, I'll wash my hair, comb through it, and then it'll just lay nice and smooth on my head and we're good to go. But then when I wake up the next morning, you get something like this where I'm looking like a knockoff discount Edward Cullen, and yeah, it's not a cute look. Well, it could be a cute look in some days and everything, but most days it's not a cute look. Today it's okay. Now that I'm at this point though, you can probably tell like by looking at the sides and everything that some of my curls are starting to try to come in. It's starting to get a little bit more wavier, especially in the back, like behind the ears and everything, along like close to like the nape of my neck. You can really start to see like the curls are starting to come in. You can also see like the waves and the curls coming in up top, because the hair up top is longer than the hair that's on the sides, because that's how it was when I cut it, when I restarted the growing out process. I talked about how like my hair was about like down to here, and I had just started like, I was just growing out like the hair up top, and I was doing that first, but then like I got sick and tired of having blue hair, and also maintaining just keeping the hair up top long was becoming very difficult. So I just went ahead and just like cut off all the blue parts of my hair, but I also used the longest guard that I had, which also like cut off like a lot more than I thought that it would take off, but hey, what can you do? Right now, the hair that's up top, even though like I've started this process now about 3 months ago, the hair that is up top is looking very reminiscent of how my hair was when I was 4 months into growing out just the top portion. So this is about maybe 4 months worth of new growth up here, and this is about 3 months on the sides and on the back and everything. That's what we're working with right now, and I am okay with it. Like I said, I definitely prefer it when it's like freshly washed and everything, because it's the most neat when it's that way. It looks more organized. It just looks nicer that way. Whereas like this, it's just, you never know what you're gonna get. Like some days I have this really good volume, other days it's very flat, and other times it's just so all over the place that I have to wear a beanie. And we're in the middle of summer. I live in Atlanta, so it gets pretty hot here. It doesn't get super hot, but it does get pretty hot here. And it's also very humid, especially this summer. This summer has been extremely humid. Having to wear a beanie out in this weather, not a good time. And I know some people might say like, oh, just throw on like a snapback or some sort of dad hat or something like that. I don't have any that actually look good on me. And then too, they make me look very, very white, and I don't like that. It makes me look like the southern white people that drive me insane, and I don't want to look like that, especially with my hair being as short as it is now and with it being my natural hair color. It's not a look that I want to go for. I don't really put a lot of effort into my appearance these days, so I just look like a disgruntled white person if I were to throw on like a snapback or a dad cap. Like, it's not going to be a thing. The only times I'll ever wear one of those hats is if I'm doing yard work. Anyways, enough of that random tangent. Let's talk about like, well, it's like having my hair at this length. I still hate it. Yeah, it's longer and all, and it can look cute at times, but I still don't like myself having short hair. I will say this though, I definitely prefer it being like this length than when it's very short though, because one of the things that I don't like about having a buzz cut or like just very short hair in general is that it makes my hair look a lot thinner. Like when my hair is much longer like this, it proves to me that like, oh, you have thick hair, you got enough hair here. Because one of my biggest fears is that I'm going to get the Addams Family curse, which is to start balding in my mid-20s. And luckily it's looking like that isn't happening because I'm 26 and I still have all this thick, nice hair. And with my hair being as long as it is, like the only ways that you can see my scalp is if like you get like a spot over here where there's just like a cowlick happening and everything, and so it's like get like these weird part lines and everything. Let's see, washing my hair is like the same as it was before, and like nothing really has changed with that. I have started noticing that it does take a little bit longer for it to dry, which is to be expected when you have thicker hair anyways. I'm probably gonna have to change up how I dry my hair off after I shower as well, because of the fact that it's starting to get a little bit longer. Because for me, like when it's shorter and everything, I'll just take the towel and just like zhuzh it all throughout the hair and everything. But as your hair gets longer, you really shouldn't be doing that because it can pull and tug at the hair, especially when it's wet, and it can cause unnecessary breakage. So just simply like towel blotting is all that you really need to do. So like place the towel on the hair and just like compress it onto the hair, and that's good enough to like dry it off. So I'm gonna have to start doing that soon, especially since things are gonna be changing soon with my hair. I guess we can go ahead and talk about that. Yeah, I'm gonna cave and color my hair next week. I thought about postponing doing this hair update till after I color my hair, but I don't want my video that follows a am I gonna buy this to be another am I gonna buy this. I don't want to say I haven't had drive to like film anything. I just haven't been that inspired to film anything for this channel really this past month, especially since like I like did a fair amount of posting last month. Like this time around it's just like I don't know what to do, and the things that I want to do I can't afford to do. And then too, I also want to give you guys like the update before I color my hair anyways, because I don't know, I just think that it would be best to show you guys my hair right now anyways before I go in and color my hair next week. But you guys will be able to see the results of it when I do the am I gonna buy this for the month of August, so because that video is going up next week. The plan is to do half pastel pink and half pastel blue. That's the goal. I might wind up, it might not be in exactly pastels that I wind up doing, but I want to at least get as close as I possibly can to doing pastels. So that's the goal. Hopefully we'll be able to achieve it, because I've just been wanting to do something different with my hair like these last couple of weeks, because it's not that I'm getting sick and tired of my hair color, it's more so I'm just getting bored with my hair in general because I can't do anything with it. And that was like a big reason why I wanted to start growing out my hair a lot sooner than I thought that I would do so last year, because it was just like I was getting bored with my hair, because it's like there's nothing you can do with short hair besides color it, or at least what I like and everything with my hair and whatnot, there's nothing that I can do with it. So, and now I'm like hitting that wall again where it's just like I need something different. Also, my mental health hasn't been great these last couple of weeks, and so I really need to do something with my hair. Is it boredom? Is it self-destructive behavior? Is it my crippling mental health? Who knows? But we're going to be coloring my hair next week. I also need to check and make sure that I got enough lightener, because I haven't used lightener since I colored my hair blue in December last year, which was the last time I colored my hair, period, as well. Hopefully I'll be able to actually do a good job at coloring my hair, because I haven't colored my hair in nearly a year. And I know some of you guys who've been keeping up with me and who watched that first part of the video, I think I mentioned it in that video that the original plan was to wait until October, like late October, to do anything with coloring my hair, because of the fact that I have a wedding that I'm going to at the end of October. But I'm caving. I'm surprised that I've lasted as long as I have, because probably by the time I put the color in my hair, it'll be the 3-month mark. So the fact that I went 3 months without coloring my hair and just sticking with my natural hair color is a massive feat on my part. It's not that I don't like my natural hair color. I really do like my natural hair color. I think that it's a lovely color, especially now. It's taken me a long time to actually grow to love and appreciate my natural hair color, because I spent so many years like blackening it and coloring it and whatnot. But it wasn't until like I started growing out my mohawk a couple of years ago, and like the ombre that I had getting to like a certain point for me to truly appreciate my natural hair color. At the same time, I love having colored hair. I love having colorful hair. It makes me feel like me. I can deal with having like my natural hair color going into bright fun colors. I can do that. But just it on its own, it's a struggle. It is a struggle for me. I also thought to myself, like, well, if the wedding winds up not happening because of the pandemic Lovato and it winds up getting postponed because of it, then I can just wait till maybe in like late November if my family gets together for Thanksgiving, or who knows, I could even like wait till like Christmas if my family decides to get together for Christmas. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get together or not this year. We might, because I know majority of my family is vaccinated. Maybe I could hold out till around then. Then too, I'll have more hair to color. There won't be like such like short bits of colored hair on like the ombre that I'm gonna wind up having and everything. But like I said, I'm caving, and I just need some color in my hair. So I'm going to be coloring my hair next week. I don't know when the next time I'll be bleaching out my hair though. I'll probably wait till around probably June before I bleach out my roots again. And the reason for that is because I know my hair will be quite long at that point in time. It won't be super long. Let's not get too carried away here. It's not going to be super long, but it's going to be long enough to where it's going to probably be a lot easier to work with and to manage when coloring my hair, which is why I'm not going to do anything like super elaborate like I originally had planned to do for the wedding, because the original plan was to do pastel pink, pastel blue, and pastel purple, and do like different spots and everything of those colors, and not have it just being like chunk here, chunk here, chunk there, but have it like almost kind of like stripey in a way, but do it in a particular way to where like depending on how my hair is sitting will depict like how much of each color is going to show through more and everything. And also with like as the curls come in, like seeing like different colors curling in with the same curls and whatnot. Like that was the original plan, but it's just like that's gonna be too much work. So we're gonna go for like pastel blue and pastel pink, because my goal for the wedding is to have purple hair, and my roots shouldn't be that bad once the wedding comes around. I'll probably maybe have like at most an inch worth of growth by the time the wedding hits. So like that amount of roots isn't going to be that big of a deal. Because I think it was around like that 3 or the 4 month mark when I bleached out my hair and colored it blue back in December. And my roots never really bothered me either as it continued to grow out either. So I think I'll be good. That's all the present stuff. So let's go ahead and start talking about like the further future types plans and whatnot that I have for my hair. So I'm thinking, like I mentioned earlier, I think it's probably going to be around June before I wind up doing my roots again and doing like a full-blown like color job and whatnot. It'll probably be around June once I do that. But I'm also thinking that my hair might be long enough at that point to actually get the haircut that I've been wanting to get, which is a mullet. It might be long enough to where I could have a short mullet at that point in time, and then I can just start maintaining it and like maybe go to the salon about maybe every like 3 months and whatnot to get like the top portion tamed and whatnot, but then continue to let like the back grow out. In terms of straightening my hair, I don't know if I'm actually going to continue with straightening my hair or not, because during like this past like year of not having to straighten my hair at all, and it's been great. It's been really good not having to straighten my hair and everything. I know I straightened my hair a couple of times. I think it was like earlier this year I straightened my hair a couple of times, but it was mostly just so I could get like a better idea as to how long my hair was. It wasn't so that way it can make my hair look nice or anything like that. It was just to get a better idea as to how long my hair was getting. I don't know if I'll ever straighten my hair again. I probably will. I'll probably just do like I was doing towards the end of it before I shaved off all my hair and just straighten my hair maybe like at most maybe twice a month. But I'll probably wind up just going back to doing things like that. But who knows? We'll figure that out once we get there. I'm not going to throw out like my flat iron or my heat protectant anytime soon. I'm going to hold on to those things and then we'll figure things out once we get to those places. But I don't think it's going to be as soon as I thought initially that it would be for me to start straightening my hair though. Just simply because I know when I straighten my hair, or at least attempted at straightening my hair earlier this year, it wouldn't behave very well still because of the fact that it was still quite short, and we were closing in at around like 8 months at that point in time with how long I had been growing out the hair up top. Very beginning back in 2009 when I was 13, I think it was about maybe like 6 or 7 months in when I started straightening my hair every day. And so I'm thinking that I might wind up waiting a bit longer before I actually go in and start straightening my hair. But then again, like I said, I don't know if I'll even like keep up with it though, or if I'll even continue to do so. I know like one of my Twitter friends, Tyler, like he used to like straighten his hair a lot, but then he started growing his hair out and he's just letting his curls come through and everything. And it's just making me think like, you know what, I wonder how it's gonna be like for me to just let my hair just go wild. Yeah, I'm going to be bleaching it and coloring it and whatnot, so it's going to definitely mess with my hair's texture and whatnot, but it's not going to mess with it nearly as much as like constantly straightening it will. And so I'm curious as to how that will change. And before people start saying, but like constant bleaching will affect texture as well, I know, I'm aware of that. I'm planning on like bleaching out my hair like next week, and then I'm not going to do it again until probably June. And when I do it in June, I'm only going to do like a regrowth. And then too, I might even not do it myself when it comes time to do it in June. Because like I said, like I might go ahead and get the mullet at that point in time as well. So I might get everything done professionally at that point in time. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get things at a point where I'm like okay and happy with my hair, and at least like I like this, I'm okay with this by June. That is what I'm hoping for. Whether or not that's gonna be the case, we'll have to find out. But I think that is about it for all these updates that I have to give you guys about like what it is that I'm going through with dealing with my hair and future plans for it. So I think that is where we are presently at. I'll probably do another update probably around the 6-month mark. I know when I was growing out my mohawk, I tried to do updates about every like 2 to 4 months. I think this time around I'm just going to do like every 3 months. Partially because of the fact that I did forget to do like an update at the beginning of August. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until I see you guys in my next one, whenever the hell that may be. Goodbye.